Three, two, one, and
A warm welcome to Diski Talk with Luyolo. If you're tuning in for the very first time, I do ask that you please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you've been a part of this journey, I hope you thoroughly enjoy this episode. So, on today's episode, we're going to do things differently. So this is a special episode because this is episode number 200 for Diski Talk with Luyolo. A warm welcome to the very first visual episode of Diski Talk with Luyolo. First and foremost, I need to thank you. I need to thank Bongani. He heard the audio that I was doing, and he really liked it. And he came up with the idea of us doing visuals with regards to a YouTube channel. And what I liked about it is that everything was quick because we spoke on the Wednesday. On the Saturday in the evening, we already had a YouTube channel. So from that process, everything was very swift and everything was very natural, And when you do have a look at the past couple of months, yeah, it's been very nice. I've enjoyed it a lot. There's also been challenges because it's not easy to be consistent, but when we do what we love and we're passionate about the beautiful game and bringing change within the space, then it becomes a lot easier, because sometimes then when you have a look at the schedules with regards to Bongani and I, sometimes it does become a bit challenging with regards to finding the perfect day to record. But overall, it's just been a great journey. It's been a blessing, and it's opened up so many doors and opportunities, and it's exposed us to different kinds of personalities, which you guys have seen on Diski Talk with Luyolo. We've had them as guests. So for me, it's been amazing, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And credit does go to Bongani. It's just you guys don't get to see him, but very, very important. The other half of Diski Talk with Luyolo. If it were not for him, we wouldn't have these visuals, wouldn't have great sound, we wouldn't have this great aesthetic and great library. So yeah, a big shout out goes to him. And of course, a big shout out goes to you, the viewer, who watches, who shares the link, who comments, and who wishes this podcast and YouTube channel the very best. So my favorite segment definitely has to be the pre-match analysis. I like the pre-match analysis because I get to go in depth, and I believe that is my gift that I have from God, and my ability to just be able to paint you a picture, a very vivid picture of what you can expect coming up into an encounter, how I'm able then to give you very detailed and sound analysis of the both teams. So not just one team, but both teams. I can tell you the starting 11 of both teams, players that can come off the bench, key players, strengths, weaknesses. So for me, I get to go on this beautiful journey, each and every single pre-match analysis. That is what's beautiful about it, and I get to go really in depth. So I'll definitely say that pre-match analysis is my favorite. I know it was a very difficult one because we've got the interviews, which I think the interviews are very different from what people have seen, and the interviews offer a different side, and you guys have got to see different sides to some of the personalities you like. I like the feature focus episodes. I like when I have guests on. So I like everything really about how we roll out the content and how we've been able to produce the content. But if I have to pick, it has to be pre-match analysis, because that's where I believe I'm in my element, and that's what I believe really makes this channel really great with regards to the content that we put out. Yeah. This is a tough one, but okay. I think number one, has to be with Dikgang Mabalane, Terminator. You know, I really enjoyed that interview, especially considering then how we got along. You know, one would even think that we're friends or we grew up together. So I really enjoyed that, and also how he was able to open up and share his experiences as well. I really enjoyed that. And then the second episode definitely has to be the Gavin Hunt interview. Yeah, I think that interview is a lot of people I meet say that's one of the best footballing interviews they've ever seen. You know, and some say that will go down as a great interview. So I definitely do think that the Gavin Hunt interview is very important for our channel and very important for the work that we do. And it opened up a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities, and you know, a lot of interaction and a lot of engagement. I would say that. And then my third favorite definitely has to be Cape Town City versus Mamelodi Sundowns pre-match analysis of the MTN8 final. If there's a pre-match analysis where I think I did very well, if I have to say so myself, because I know there's like hundreds of pre-match analysis, but yeah, I think it's that one. So actually I'll swap it around. So I'll say number 1 is Gavin Hunt, number 2 is Dikgang Mabalane, Terminator, number 3 is Cape Town City versus Mamelodi Sundowns as the pre-match analysis of the MTN8 final. Number 1, Hugo Bruce. Number 2, Benny McCarthy. Definitely need Benny McCarthy on. And then number 3. Yeah, very interesting. But yeah, very interesting. Number 3 would be nice to have an international guest on. So I won't limit what we can do and our networking power and how we've been able to reach out to people and connect with people to get them on. So number 3, I will say international, but I'll give you a fourth one from a player's perspective. You know, if there's a player that I would really like to get on, it would be Keegan Dolly for me. And Spelele Mkhulisi would be another one. And yeah, so those are the players who I would really like to get on. And special mention then would also go to Nkosimpile Ngcobo and Jabulo Blom. Those are other players that we would like to have on. But if there is that one player that I would really like to have on, it definitely would be Keegan Dolly. Oh, that is very interesting. The team that I would be looking to coach right now in South Africa, I'd coach Orlando Pirates. And I think that Orlando Pirates have a lot of potential and a lot of quality. You know, it's just, yeah, I don't know, somewhere, somehow, I think the unity within the team isn't great at times, and I think they fall short. And I also think that the players aren't being used to their best. You know, because when you do have a look at Orlando Pirates, and I look at what you could have as a front 3, I mean, Pule, Lodge, Mahango. You know, if you can get that front 3 to play and work together, you're looking at a very deadly front 3. You also then have Zakele Lipasa, who can always play as the main striker as well. When you have a look at the heart of midfield, for example, you've got Nkanyiso Zungu. Yes, I know he doesn't play, but that is a player who I think is a specialist at Orlando Pirates, and there isn't a player like him. You've got Musele, who I think is growing in leaps and bounds, a player who can really become important for that Orlando Pirates side. When you have a look at the back line, you've got Olisanda, who I think, yeah, one of the best centre-backs in South Africa. So that would be one team that I would coach if I had to pick out of all the teams. It would be Orlando Pirates because of how much potential they have and the quality that they have, you know. And I just think that they just, yeah, man, Orlando Pirates are underachieving. I think they can do a lot better with the players that they have. So, yeah, this is very interesting, né? But in goals, I have to go with El Shenawai from Al Ahly. At right back, Yeah, I'll go with Mohamed Hani from Al Ahly. So this team, yeah. So Mohamed Hani at right back from Al Ahly. As the right-sided centre back, I will go with Abdul Monem, who's from Al Ahly, young player who's very, very good. I really like him. And then as the other centre back, I'll go with Rushin Duruk from Mamelodi Sundowns. I know that they bombed out within the quarterfinals, but I'll go with Rushin Duruk because I think he's one of the best centre backs in Africa. And then at left back, I'll have to go with Carnero from Pedro de Luanda, who is number 13. Very, very strong. Very, very strong. I like him a lot. And then within the heart of midfield, I have to go with Alou Dieng in the heart of midfield. One of the best midfielders within Africa, and I think he has a lot of quality and a lot of potential. And I think this is a player who should play in Europe next season, you know, if everything goes well. And then, this is very interesting. Who partners him? Very interesting. I think I have to go with Jabran from Wydad, who will be in the final. So they will actually go against each other. I think Jabran has been very solid for Wydad within the heart of midfield. So I have to go with him. And then, so I'll go with the 4-2-3-1. And then I'll go with Percy Tau. And then up front, I've got Thiago Azulao. That is the captain of Petro de Luanda. You know, I really enjoyed his performances, and I even got to watch him live at the FNB Stadium against Sundowns. Quality when he plays up front. He's a player then who can also drop, you know, and look to advance the ball. He is also very creative. He's also scores a lot of goals for this Petro de Luanda side as well. So I think, that will be that. And then I would have to. Okay, let's do this. I have to add Peter Shalulile. You know, I have to add Peter Shalulile. You know, as so what we can do is I have Shalulile up front. I have Aluzao there. Then I have Percy Tau coming off the right, and then off the left-hand side, I'll have to go with Gleason Morera from Petro de Luanda. So this squad is made up of Petro de Luanda, Al Ahly players. There is Wydad captain in there. There is special mention to Husini as well, who does play for Wydad. You know, and so I would say these are the players that have impressed me the most this season, and this would be my CAF Champions League 11 for this season.
Who would coach it?
Who would coach it? There's only one. There's only one man who can coach this team, and that is Peter Musimane. You know, a very great coach, iconic. I think the greatest South African coach of all time, and I think one of the best coaches in world football, and a man that I personally look up to, and I would say that he's one of those I would say is a role model, and I aspire to become as iconic or as influential in my own space and what I'm trying to achieve. So definitely Peter Musimane, the king. So he has to coach it, and the captain of this team. Yeah, I would give the captain to Aluzao up front. I think I'm very impressed with his leadership skills. And even when they were losing against Sundowns at the FNB Stadium, he was just very positive. He kept rallying them on, and they were able to come back. So that would be my CAF Champions League. That would be my CAF Champions League 11. You've got El Shenawy in goals. You've got Mohamed Henny at right back. You've got Abdul Monem as the right-sided centre-back. Left-sided centre-back, I'd have Rushin Duruk. Carnero as the left-back. Two in midfield, I've got Alou Dieng. I've got Jabran. I've got Jabran. I've got Aluzao. I've got Shalulile up front. Off the left, I've got Gleason Morera, the winger, who's left-footed. and then off the right hand side, I do then have Percy Tau. So yeah, coached by Pito Msimane, captained by Tiago Alizao.
All right, congratulations on episode number 200.
No, thank you very much. Big shout out to you. It's just that they can't see you, but yeah, big shout out to you, and thank you so much, man, for believing in the vision. And yeah, so I hope that we continue to grow, and yeah, we just continue going from strength to strength, and we grow this channel to what it should be, you know. And yeah, I really feel that we produce great content on a weekly basis. We're very consistent. We work very hard, and I do think that this channel can go on to, yeah, I think it is already a difference maker in this space in South African football, because it's something different that people aren't used to, and I think it can become even greater, you know, and we could even tap into that international market, you know. However, like I always say, one episode at a time. This is episode 200. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to yet another special episode of Diski Talk with Luyolo. Thank you for being with us throughout the journey. Signing out.